With the events of COVID-19 pandemic, the whole world have stayed indoors and avoided physical interactions as much as possible. However, with all the fake news being spread everywhere, what really is COVID-19? COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. It is a new strain of virus first detected in Wuhan, China in 2019. This virus is known to target a person's respiratory system, and thus infected patients may exhibit symptoms such as fever, cough, shortness of breath, and sometimes muscle pain or sore throat. Recently, dated back March 11, 2020, the World Health Organization characterized COVID-19 as a pandemic due to its exponential increase in the number of cases in more than 100 countries. On the other hand, March 16, 2020, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte placed the entire Philippines under state of calamity amidst the threats of COVID-19. According to April 25, 2020 statistics, there are more than 2.79 million cases worldwide, with the United States of America having the most number of cases. Here in the Philippines, we have 7,192 confirmed cases, with its first case being dated back January 30, 2020. Now here comes the chase. Why is testing important? When a communicable disease outbreak begins, the ideal response of public health officials is to begin testing for it early. This leads to quick identification of the confirmed cases, quick treatment to those people, and immediate isolation to prevent spreading. We have taken a case study of a specific testing kit which came from Singapore. It is one of the first testing kits to be approved by the Philippines Food and Drug Administration to be administered in our hospitals and laboratories. Close collaboration between the scientists and the public health community in Singapore have enabled Fortitude Kit 2.0 to be quickly developed and deployed in their hospitals to detect SARS-CoV-2 virus that causes COVID-19. It is the first laboratory test kit that has received Singapore Health Sciences Authority's provisional authorization for clinical use. Currently, it is used by healthcare professionals around the globe to fight the novel coronavirus pandemic and deployed in more than 20 countries. The kit was co-developed by Agency for Science, Technology and Research Experimental Drug Development Center, Bioinformatics Institute, and the Department of Laboratory Medicine in Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Its researchers include Dr. Sebastian Moore-Straw and Dr. Masafume Inoue, both from A-STAR, and CEO of Diagnostic Development Hub, Dr. Sidney Yee, and of course the Associate Professor Dr. Timothy Barkham from Department of Laboratory Medicine in Tan Tock Seng Hospital.
About the technology, so what is a Star Fortitude Kit 2.0? First, it is one-step RT-PCR test, which means this technology runs on the real-time reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, a laboratory technique combining reverse transcription of RNA into DNA and amplification of specific DNA targets using polymerase chain reaction. Second, this technology is a duplex RT-PCR assay because it simultaneously detects the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 RNA or the virus RNA, and it controls the internal in a single reaction. The test takes approximately 90 minutes to churn out real-time RT-PCR results. Third, this technology is an in vitro diagnostic test kit under provisional authorization issued by Singapore's Health Sciences Authority, which means the tests are done on samples such as blood or tissue that have been taken from the human body. It can also detect diseases or other conditions and can be used to monitor a person's overall health to help cure, treat, or prevent diseases. Fourth, the analytical limit of detection of this technology was determined to be 25 copies of positive template per reaction. It also has no cross-reactivity with other closely related respiratory viruses including SARS-CoV influenza. Fifth, the technology in terms of clinical sensitivity has been able to detect 100% of the positive samples tested at Tan Tock Seng Hospital in Singapore with no false positive and false negative reported. Sixth, this technology targets the portion of the virus genome that is less prone to mutation, therefore enabling robust detection of the virus. So what are the procedure of using this technology? Number 1, patient samples are first placed in the tubes that are part of the diagnostic test before they are fed into the PCR machine for analysis. Number 2, samples from the throat, coughed up sputum, or lung fluid are first taken from the patient. These samples are then processed by laboratory technologists at the hospitals. And last but not the least, number 3, the technologists first mix reagents together in a tube before placing the sample in it and feeding it into a PCR machine. So here, you can see 5 steps in flagging the presence of the virus. Over time, mutation of this SARS-CoV-2 are this virus may develop. That's why a STAR is monitoring the evolution of the said virus and target region of the virus genome to ensure the continued high performance of Fortitude Kit 2.0.
First, let's start for the technological progression. On the month of February 2020, A-STAR's commercialization arm, Accelerate, licensed to Merexis the rights to manufacture and commercialize the A-STAR Fortitude Kit 2.0. And on the same month, the kits has been implemented in 13 hospitals and labs in Singapore, both public and private. And on the first to second day of this month, a number of public hospitals in Singapore received 5,000 test kits in total. And on the 15th day of the same month, Singapore sent 10,000 of the test kits to China. And last March 20, 2020, the kit has been approved by the Philippine Food and Drug Administration. Now, we will talk about its business model. For the evaluation of the kit, the Diagnostics Development Hub supported the optimization, verification, validation, and the production of these tests. So this hub is a national initiative led by Accelerate, the commercialization arm of A-STAR. For the manufacturing of the Fortitude Kit, A-STAR worked with the National Public Health Laboratory at the National Center for Infectious Diseases in Singapore on the appropriate manufacturing standards of the test. So, the test kits are manufactured by Merexis companies supplied by Genesis Bioscience in Singapore. For its marketing, it is endorsed by the Singaporean government where over 100,000 of the kits have been delivered to their public hospitals.
The Philippines also excel when it comes to science and technology. So the development of the nation and the protection of health and well-being of its people are the main purpose of the University of the Philippines in developing this COVID-19 test kit. So UP stands to the ready to serve the Filipino people with honor, excellence, and compassion. Amplify COVID-19 rRT-PCR detection kit or the UP COVID-19 test kit. This COVID-19 test kit is developed by Dr. Raul Vidstura, a scientist and molecular biologist, the director of Institute of Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, also the leader of the Biotech M project. This was developed through the collaboration with the team of scientists for the University of the Philippines National Institute of Health, the Philippine Genomics Center, and the Manila Health Tech Incorporated. He is supported by the Department of Science and Technology, Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, or the DOST-PCHRD. This was developed because of the corona disease 2019 or the COVID-19.
The 2019 novel coronavirus has claimed many lives, and one solution for this problem are the detection kit, and luckily the Philippines developed one, and it is called the Gen Amplify Coronavirus 2019 Detection Kit. This detection kit uses the same PCR or the polymerase chain reaction technology that uses to detect the 2019 novel coronavirus. It is designed to be used in hospitals to detect and lessen the spread of the virus. This detection kit involves getting samples from the patient's nose or from the back of their throat using a nasopharyngeal gel brush or throat swab. It can also accommodate up to 120,000 tests and is capable of fast detection. Results can be ready in 2 hours. and is already sold in a spin-off company called the Manila Health Tech Incorporated. About this technology, this test kit includes transport mediums, extraction kit, and 2 swabs. The transport medium contains 3 types of vial, vial 1, 2, and 3. Vial 1 is an amber-colored vial with fluorescent label primers that contains probing substance. Vial 2 is called a master solution that contains the master mix. The master mix has enzymes such as polymerase and primers with fluorescent label dyes targeting a specific gene region of the virus that helps detect or identify if the samples have the SARS-CoV-2 genes. Vial 3 contains the PCR water that is used for negative control that ensures accurate chemical reactions. Upon using this test kit, it only requires 3 steps. Step 1, sample collection that includes swabbing and storing of samples. Step 2 is the viral RNA extraction that includes transportation of samples and RNA extraction. Step 3 is the rRT-PCR testing that includes mixing, amplifying, and determining results. This detection kit differs from other rapid test kits because of the following. Gen Amplify Coronavirus 2019 detection kit has a real-time PCR technology that would only take an hour, which identifies the RNA of the virus in a rapid speed of time until the computer detects it. Batch test results are up for a day to save costs and operation time. It is not also exempted from false positive and negative results. If this happens, it is because if the samples are poorly collected, if the samples contains not enough virus, and if the processing is incorrect. This detection kit version employs a single-step multiple detection system that has a turnaround time of 1 to 2 hours. It involves getting samples from the patient's nose or from the back of their throat using a nasopharyngeal gel and throat swab.
The manufacturing of Gen Amplify COVID-19 PCR test kit was funded by the Department of Science and Technology and the University of the Philippines National Institute of Health. The test kit was evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and once it met the necessary requirements, the FDA will issue a certification to its manufacturing company, the Manila Health Tech Incorporated. This certifies that this COVID-19 test kit will now be allowed for commercial use. The Gen Amplify COVID-19 test kit technological progression dated back March 2020. On March 11, the Department of Health said that the COVID-19 test kit made by the University of the Philippines may be rolled out on March 16, Monday. On March 30, the test kit received the Certificate of Exemption from Food and Drug Administration to begin field testing. In between the 4th and 25th of April, there are more than 1,300 test kits to be deployed in the different hospitals in the Philippines. These hospitals include the following: the Philippine General Hospital in Manila, the Makati Medical Center in Makati, the Medical City in Pasig, the Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center in Cebu City, the Southern Philippines Medical Center in Davao City, and the Baguio General Hospital in Benguet.
Now, we will compare the technological readiness level of these 2 testing kits. First is the testing kit from Singapore, a Star Fortitude Kit 2.0. Its technological readiness level is 9. The kit had received Singapore Health Science Authority approval, and over 100,000 kits have been delivered to the public hospitals in Singapore for them to use. As you can see on my right, the table for the performance and repeatability of the test kit and table for interpretation of tests conducted. On the other hand, in our own country, Philippines, have technological readiness level the same as the Singapore testing kit, which is level 9. The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, issued a certificate of product registration for the UP testing kit. It was also presented to the Department of Health and completely undergone review and evaluation. It was also distributed to the hospitals for field implementation, and this testing kit is 6 times cheaper than Singapore testing kit.
Economic impact to the hospitals,
healthcare professionals, and COVID-19 patients. Singapore is one of the countries to successfully develop the COVID-19 test kit through their investment in R&D healthcare. The kit has been in routine use by 13 Singapore hospitals and labs, both private and public, from the month of February. Also used by health professionals globally to fight the novel coronavirus pandemic. The kit ensures the continual high accuracy in detecting the virus in COVID-19 patients. Government can now import much-needed test kits to their own country and supply it to the local hospitals in their area for fast and early detection if there is a COVID-19 case in their localities. Many workers, job seekers, self-employed persons can make use the downtime to learn and develop new skills and stay employable. They are also helping the business communities to grow stronger and better for this crisis. Business will continue to make use of this time to digitalize, structure, and transform.
So now I will be discussing about the economic impact of the test kit developed by the UP scientists. So the Gen Amplify Coronavirus 2019 rRT-PCR detection kit was approved and its impact was felt in 4 levels. First is in the government. With the aid of these Philippine-made test kits, government would entirely depend on importing foreign test kits, and budgets reserved of those may be given to the continuous production of the UP-made test kits or be projected in aiding those Filipinos in need of food and other necessities. Second is on the frontliners. With the help of this Philippine-made detection kit, our frontliners will not have a hard time detecting infected citizens. This would help them slow the spread of the coronavirus and could save many lives. And the third is on the community. The community will benefit from the locally made SARS-CoV PCR detection kit because it is much cheaper than the imported ones. It gives the community assurance that they could be tested in a cheaper way if experiencing symptoms of this coronavirus. And then lastly is on the hospitals. Scientists at the University of the Philippines have developed a novel COVID-19 detection kit that could help slow down the spread of the disease and at the same time empower hospitals across the country to test suspected patients earlier and better. 2.0, I will be giving you other COVID-19 testing kits that have been approved by FDA for commercial use, especially here in the Philippines. These test kits have complied with the requirements as per FDA Memorandum number 2020-006 entitled Issuance of Special Certification for Imported Test Kits of COVID-19. These are PCR-based test kits used in laboratories and not point-of-care kits. First is the Nucleic Acid Detection Kit for 2019 nCoV manufactured by Shanghai GenoDx Biotech Corporation, Shanghai, China. Second is the novel coronavirus nCoV Nucleic Acid Detection Kit, which is using the fluorescence PCR method manufactured by Beijing Applied Biological Technologies Corporation, Changping District 10-2206, Shanghai. Third is the Allplex 2019 nCoV assay manufactured by Seegene Incorporation, Seoul, Republic of Korea. Fourth is the Solgent Diaplex Novel Coronavirus 2019 nCoV Detection Kit, which is manufactured by Solgent Corporation, Yeongguk, Daejeon, South Korea. So the Allplex nCoV test kit has 6 components. First is the 2019 nCoV PC. Second is the 5-time real-time one-step buffer, the RPV-IC, the RNase-free water, the nCoV
MOM, and the real-time one-step enzyme. The technology of the Allplex 2019 nCoV assay is a real-time reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, or the rRT-PCR test. So for the Diaplex novel coronavirus detection kit manufactured by the Solgen Corporation of Uiseong, South Korea, this kit has 5 components. First is the one-step rRT-PCR enzyme mix. Second is the 2-time one-step rRT-PCR buffer. Second is the primer and probe mixture, the control template, and the RNase-free water. So that would be all. Thank you so much for listening.
That
And
would be
that
all.
would be all.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
for
care,
watching.
and may God bless
God
you.
bless and
And keep safe.